I've been collecting wine and champagne and enjoying them for many years. In fact, I have a home a couple of blocks up the road here, and driving by one day I stopped in and I met Eddie Garlick. Since then I've learned a lot more about wine and champagne. So today, let's pick his brain and see what we can teach you about Champagne 101. Let's go find Eddie.
My name is Eddie Garlick. I own a W1 boutique in Miami Beach. I was a sommelier in France and the States for about 15 years.
We're in a store here where we find wines and champagnes for less than $20 to those that cost more than $2,000. So there really is something for absolutely everybody. Explain to us the mystery of what makes a champagne.
A champagne is, has to be called a champagne if and only if it comes from the region of Champagne, France.
What would you say would be an entry level into the market for our brides?
Crystal, yes. Also make a non-vintage, so it's called after the same winery. Entry level under $40 and is always consistent in taste and the style of the house.
Tell us about the different size bottles we get in champagne.
It starts up, of course, with the split. Yeah. The little splits of champagne for 1.5 glasses.
I remember recently doing a wedding in Mexico. I took splits of champagne, I put a straw inside them, and I wrote your table number on the champagne. So you actually got your bottle of champagne directly after the ceremony, and you enjoyed it as you walked and made your way to the dinner table. So this is 6 bottles, and it's a double magnum. It's called a Jeroboam, correct?
That's correct.
Wow, this reeks so chic.
You don't have to have champagne to have a champagne toast. There's many alternatives.
Something you might find from Cava in Spain, or Franciacorta in Italy, or sparkling wine out of California, you'll find something to suit your tastes.
For instance, this Mirabelle from Schwarzburg in California. Right. It's rosé, méthode champenoise, which is the exact same way of making champagne, and it's also half the price of any champagne.
Find out what it is you can afford to spend, go to a trusted professional, and that way you can say, this is what I'm prepared to spend, this is what I'm pairing it with, how can you help me?
I have this beautiful Marques de Gelida. This is a cava made from Spain. This is very interesting. The Gruet family owns. This is very interesting. The Gruet family owns a champagne house in France and does about 500,000 bottles of Gruet in New Mexico. Bouvet, this is owned by Tétanger, but is made in the Loire Valley. So I'm able to sell this under 15 or so. Actually, those 3 are under 15.
That's
the cava.
Unbelievable, brides. Can you imagine it? You got 3 world-class. That's cava. Unbelievable, brides. Can you imagine it? You got 3 world-class, styled in the. Because champagne is synonymous with celebrations and with these wonderful moments that mark our lives, these milestones that we celebrate, it's fun to be able to put it on display, put it into a huge big ice bucket, serve it with a saber. There's so many reasons and so many different ways in which we can really make this a real special moment. So now we're about to open a bottle with a saber, something that's always a fun thing for the groom to do.
First off, you have to get the old foil.
So now he's removing the wire cage. And then every bottle's got a seam in it. So if you rub your finger over it, you'll find the seam. Keep the seam at 12 o'clock position.
So you play a little bit to give some pressure up front and just
Bravo!
Only one.
It's
and you have a neat cut. Here we go.
That's perfect. So brides, when it comes to talking bubble, you don't have to spend a fortune. For less than $15, we've got something. And if you want to spend a lot of money, we've got something for you too. Most importantly, make the moment the best you possibly can. And thank you for making our moment what it is. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.